Hello and welcome. Today, we're getting into a topic that's been on a lot of minds lately: spiritual awakening. Have you ever felt like you're starting to see the world in a completely different way? Maybe you've been noticing small shifts in your thoughts, emotions, or even your relationships. Well, you might just be experiencing what's known as a spiritual awakening. In today's conversation, we're going to explore 9 signs that indicate you're undergoing this profound transformation. These signs are often subtle, but they carry immense power. So, let's walk through them together and see if any of these resonate with you. One of the first signs of spiritual awakening is a heightened awareness of the present moment. You may start noticing the little things, like the sound of the wind rustling through the leaves or the feeling of sunlight warming your skin. In this state, time feels more fluid, and you find yourself paying attention to details that you used to overlook. This shift happens because you're moving out of the automatic pilot mode that many of us live in for most of our lives. When you're spiritually awakening, every moment begins to feel precious, and you start to live more intentionally. Another key sign of spiritual awakening is a deep desire for meaning. You may find yourself questioning things that you never thought much about before. You might ask, "What is my purpose?" or "Why am I here?" These questions often arise because you're no longer satisfied with surface-level explanations. The usual routine of life, work, socializing, and even personal achievements, begins to feel hollow. This desire for meaning is your soul calling you to explore deeper truths. It's an invitation to seek out what really matters to you. During a spiritual awakening, emotions can feel more intense. You might find yourself tearing up at things that wouldn't have moved you before or feeling a surge of joy over a simple act of kindness. This emotional intensity isn't something to fear, it's actually a sign that you're becoming more connected to your inner self and the world around you. You're beginning to feel life more deeply, and as you awaken, you start to appreciate the richness of every emotional experience, whether it's happiness, sadness, or anything in between. As you awaken spiritually, you'll likely notice an increase in empathy and compassion for others. This is because you're beginning to see the interconnectedness of all beings. You might feel more patient with people, even those who previously frustrated you. Situations that once made you angry may now trigger a sense of understanding and forgiveness. When you're spiritually awakening, you recognize that everyone is on their own journey, and you start to feel more loving and accepting of others, even in their imperfections. Another common sign of spiritual awakening is a growing detachment from material possessions. You might find that the things you once valued, clothes, gadgets, or even status symbols, no longer hold the same appeal. This isn't to say you don't enjoy nice things anymore, but you start to understand that true happiness and fulfillment don't come from the external world. Your focus begins to shift inward, and you become more interested in personal growth, connection, and inner peace than in acquiring more stuff. As you go through a spiritual awakening, your relationships may also change. You might find that certain friendships or connections no longer feel aligned with who you're becoming. This can be difficult because it often means letting go of people who've been a part of your life for a long time. However, as your inner world shifts, so too does your outer world. You start to attract people who resonate with your new energy and mindset, those who support your growth and share similar values. While this can feel lonely at times, it's actually part of the process of finding deeper, more meaningful connections. Another powerful sign of spiritual awakening is a heightened sense of intuition. You might start experiencing gut feelings or inner knowing that seem to guide you in the right direction. This intuition can show up in subtle ways, like nudges to avoid certain situations or to pursue new opportunities. As you continue to awaken, you begin to trust your inner voice more and more, realizing that it's a direct link to your higher self. This intuition helps you navigate life with greater ease and confidence, as you learn to rely on your own wisdom rather than external advice. Spiritual awakening often brings with it a desire for solitude. You might feel the need to spend more time alone, reflecting, meditating, or simply being with yourself. This doesn't mean you don't enjoy the company of others, but you may start to cherish your alone time as a way to reconnect with your inner self. During these moments of solitude, you gain clarity about your life and your purpose. It's in these quiet times that your inner transformation deepens, allowing you to integrate the changes that are happening within you. One of the most profound signs of spiritual awakening is a sense of oneness with the universe. You start to feel that you are not separate from the world around you, but rather, a part of something much greater. This realization can be deeply moving, as it shifts your perspective on life. You begin to see yourself not as an isolated individual, but as a part of the greater whole. This feeling of oneness brings with it a sense of peace, knowing that you are connected to everything and everyone in ways you may not have understood before. Spiritual awakening is a deeply personal experience, and it looks different for everyone. These 9 signs are just some of the common ways it can manifest, but your journey will be unique to you. If you recognize any of these signs in yourself, take comfort in knowing that you're not alone. You are moving through a process that countless others have experienced before, and it's leading you toward greater clarity, peace, and purpose. As you continue to experience the changes within you, another aspect of spiritual awakening comes into focus: the search for deeper knowledge. You may find yourself drawn to books, teachings, or practices that resonate with the shifts happening inside you. Whether it's meditation, mindfulness, or even philosophy, this pursuit of knowledge becomes a way to further explore the deeper questions of life. You're no longer content with surface-level information. Instead, you seek wisdom that resonates with your newfound awareness. This phase is not about finding answers right away. It's more about being open to exploring different perspectives. You might find that the more you learn, the more questions arise. That's a good thing. It's a sign that you're expanding your mind and allowing yourself to be curious about life in ways you may not have been before. Spiritual awakening is a continuous process, and this thirst for knowledge is an integral part of it. You're growing not just emotionally and spiritually, but intellectually too. Another shift you may notice is a sense of alignment with your authentic self. As you shed layers of conditioning, society's expectations, cultural norms, or even personal limitations, you start to connect more deeply with who you truly are. This process can feel liberating. You stop worrying about fitting into predefined roles and begin living more authentically. You're no longer trying to live up to someone else's idea of success or happiness. Instead, you begin to define those things for yourself, guided by your inner truth. This authenticity also extends to the way you make decisions. As you align more with your true self, choices that once felt difficult may become clearer. You start trusting your inner voice more, allowing it to guide you toward decisions that feel right, even if they don't make sense to others. It's about living in alignment with your values, rather than seeking external validation. Spiritual awakening also brings about a shift in how you view challenges. Instead of seeing obstacles as roadblocks, you start to see them as opportunities for growth. This doesn't mean that life becomes easy, far from it. But with your new awareness, you approach difficulties with a sense of curiosity and openness. You start to understand that challenges are not punishments but opportunities to evolve. This perspective shift allows you to navigate life with a greater sense of peace and resilience. You begin to see that every experience, whether pleasant or difficult, is a part of your evolution. Now let's move on to the conclusion. In conclusion, spiritual awakening is not a destination, but a process. It's a continuous unfolding of new insights, perspectives, and personal growth. As you move through this journey, it's important to stay patient with yourself. Every step you take brings you closer to a deeper understanding of who you truly are and how you relate to the world around you. If this conversation resonated with you and you feel a spark of recognition, you're probably on your own path of awakening. Continue to stay open to the changes happening within you and trust that you're exactly where you need to be, even when it feels uncertain. If you're enjoying this content and want to stay connected with more topics that expand your awareness, here's what you can do. First, make sure to hit that like button if this video has offered you something valuable today. It's a simple way to show support and let others know that this is content worth watching. Second, tap the subscribe button so you don't miss out on any future discussions about topics just like this one. We're building something special here, and you're invited to be a part of it. Third, share this video with someone who you think might benefit from it. You never know whose day you might brighten by introducing them to this conversation. Fourth, drop a comment below to share your thoughts or experiences. Your input would inspire someone else on their own spiritual path. Lastly, don't forget to turn on notifications so that you'll be the first to know when new content is posted. You won't want to miss what's coming next. Your spiritual awakening is a beautiful thing, and we're excited to be part of this journey with you. So, make sure you're subscribed, and let's continue exploring this fascinating topic together. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.